TV. He's got the shirt on and I don't.
Off my TV.
Alright, I'm gonna start.
You just keep blowing smoke into the screen.
Oh yeah, totally helps. Totally helps.
Fog mist. Right.
Don't worry about Batman here.
The fuck?
Batman?
It's a cheesy looking Batman.
You bought it.
What's going on, guys? JD from New York here, and I am here in my best friend's apartment.
Yo!
Mr. Cookie Cutter right here, Sean.
What's up?
And we're going to be talking about UFC 203.
Yes.
The debut of Mr. Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk. That's what I'm here for, to talk about CM Punk. Mr. Sean is going to talk about most of the card tonight, because I, quite frankly, don't know anything about these fucking fighters, and quite frankly, I don't give a shit. As
this
fucking goon over here is fucking vaping away in front of me, and
well, this is what I gotta say is that I like to call this my UFC 203 drunk predictions.
I'm gonna be a fucking role model, fucking vape on fucking camera,
fucking
like a fucking asshole.
How much THC is in that one?
I don't fucking know. Let me ask my brother how fucking terrible this is for my health.
Alright, so this is
fucking watching me laughing at me. What a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
so we got ourselves some
talk about that, I will. We
got ourselves some Jack. We're gonna take a little shot here. Get this show on the road here. Now this is gonna be a stacked card, and the fact that CM Punk's fighting almost right out the gate. I mean, we got these two chicks fighting first, and CM Punk's gonna fight.
Yeah, and if you guys seen my video earlier, I did post a video on CM Punk, and I described to you why I want him to win. Though I do think he's going to lose, just based on inexperience. Not taking anything away from CM Punk at all. I'm a fucking huge CM Punk guy. People call me the CM Punk of the IWC for WWE and wrestling talk on YouTube. But you know, Punk, you got to appreciate the fact of you know, him going in there and doing what he loves to do, because this is his passion. And he said that, you know, if there was no WWE, if UFC was around in the 90s, he'd be doing this instead of wrestling. So you got to give him credit. But we'll talk about that as we get on.
He's motivated too.
He is definitely motivated.
That weigh-in today. I mean, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about the weigh-in too. I was very impressed with the weigh-in. But before we do that, we're gonna do a shot of Jack. Cheers, and Burke over there in the distance. There you go. Not a big fan of Jack Daniels, but whatever.
Actually, I went down better than before.
Yeah.
All right,
I
good
went
to
down
go.
the same. I'm a pussy.
All right, who are we starting with? Who the hell we got these?
We're gonna talk about let's it's what is it, a bantamweight fight? Is it a bantamweight?
Go to strawweight.
Jessica Andrade versus Joanne Calderwood.
Yeah, strawweight. That's strawweight.
It's a strawweight. Okay. Jessica Andrade is 14-5, and Calderwood is 11-1. She's fighting out of the United Kingdom. Andrade is fighting out of Brazil. There's a lot of Brazilian fucking flavor on this card tonight.
There always is, man.
You know,
those Brazilians, they're big in the UFC. So.
But I don't know, man. Well, what do you think about this fight? I mean,
it could go one of two ways. I mean, basically, Calderwood has never been taken down, and Calderwood is known for her strikes. So if it stays on the feet, I think Calderwood's going to come away with a W here, whether it goes a distance or she catches our girl Jessica. But if Jessica can get her down on the ground, I give it to Jessica. So it can go either way, but I'm going to go with Calderwood on this. I'm going to go with a decision. That's what I'm going with.
That's it. All right, that's it, man. I'm pretty sure that's one of the matches people are not looking forward to. So.
I'm not particularly.
Everybody's fucking buying this fight for Stipe and Punk. So
yeah,
we'll talk about them as we get on into the video. Uriah Faber, 33-9. He's the fucking beast veteran of this card, going against Jimmy Rivera. Faber's fighting out of the USA, and so is Jimmy Rivera. He's 19-1. Faber's 33-9.
Faber's a veteran. I mean, he's been doing this for a long time. And
if anybody knows what to do, it's fucking Faber.
And, you know, Faber, he goes the distance a lot, and his last fight with Dominic Cruz, he got caught a few times, which kind of makes me feel a little worried about him. That his age, his long run in the UFC might be catching up to him. He could get caught. He could get caught that night, or tomorrow night, I should say. Jimmy Rivera is a New Jersey native, so we got to go with our boy Jimmy Rivera. We have to.
So we're going with Jimmy Rivera.
Going Jimmy Rivera
because he bleeds New Jersey.
He's a Jersey boy, and you know what? I honestly think
he's got that Wawa running through his veins. He likes the fucking iced tea and the fucking meatball subs at Wawa.
He's eating meatball subs before the fight.
Jesus Christ.
But you know what? I think Rivera. I got a feeling Rivera's gonna catch Faber. He's gonna catch him on the chin. He's gonna drop him. That's what I'm going with. I mean, that's my feeling on it. And
I don't know, man. I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't really know much about these fighters, but I'm going with the veteran. I'm going with Faber just based on his stats and just based on his time in the UFC. I think if there's someone who's that long tenured in the UFC, I think he's gonna.
I can agree with that.
You know,
if it does go to distance, if it goes to distance, I would give it to Faber.
Yeah.
But something's telling me that.
And listen, plus he's got the better hairstyle. He's got fucking hair, you know.
It's good hairstyle.
Hair means like
hair's everything.
The hair's everything.
A good 6 tenths. 6 tenths.
Shit. We got. We'll talk about Punk and Gall last because obviously that's what everybody wants to know about.
Yeah, Punk and Gall. That's gonna be awesome.
We'll go next with Fabricio Werdum versus Travis Browne. Now, I know I was here with you while Travis Browne had his last fight at UFC 200, and he got completely fucking destroyed. It lasted less than fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What I seen from Travis Browne, I don't think he's going to beat Werdum at all. I don't think he stands a chance. This much I know, even though I don't watch UFC. Werdum's coming in at 20-6. Browne is 18-4. All he gives a shit about is going home to Ronda Rousey and getting his fucking his cake and enjoying himself at the end of the night. You know.
He's looking forward to getting submitted.
Yeah, so he can
Rousey,
just
you know
yeah, that's all. And scurry home to Ronda Rousey
but
so
you know
she can take care of him.
You know, I agree with you. Fabricio Werdum, he was a former heavyweight champion.
Also fighting out of Brazil, I see it again.
And you know, Stipe's on the main card. Stipe's the one who beat him. He caught him. And Werdum he's an amazing fighter, and I think his skill level it's going to be a knockout fight for sure. So I see him catching Travis Browne early. It's going to be a first rounder.
Yeah, the stats aren't even even. Werdum pretty much got him beat.
Oh, speaking of stats, CM Punk has 0. It's just completely blank. He doesn't even have a photo.
Yeah, on the UFC.com website, they don't even have anything listed for CM Punk.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Obviously, the main event is Stipe how do you pronounce that? Miocic versus Alistair Overeem. I fucking hate Overeem. Yeah. Fuck that clown.
He did your boy Brock Lesnar.
He did my boy Brock Lesnar. And he actually admitted, I went right for the gut. He had diverticulitis. I don't give a fuck.
That's smart, man. It's a smart move.
It's a smart move, but it's fucking. It's not a good human being. He's not a good human being. But I understand why he did it.
He looks like he's got a good way. Like,
yeah, his stats are good.
Overeem comes off as very cocky to me. He's just got the attitude where I just want to see him fucking lose just based off his attitude.
Yeah, I mean,
his stats aren't that good either.
Well, Overeem?
Yeah.
Overeem's, I don't know. I mean, he's 41-14.
Versus 15.
He's fighting out of the United Kingdom. Stipe's fighting out of, actually, he's in his hometown. So, I'm going with the champion. I'm going with the hometown guy.
You gotta go with the hometown.
Yeah, and he was very adamant about. Yeah, he's very adamant. He was very adamant at the weigh-in, saying the title's not leaving Cleveland, it's staying right here. So.
And I agree. Stipe has great striking. I mean, to me,
this will be the first time I'm seeing him fight, so I don't know.
I'll tell you this, man. When I look at Stipe, I feel like he's the heavyweight version of Nate Diaz. That's what I feel like, man. The way they talk, like real slow, like they got hit in the head way too many times. Like that's what I feel like. But his striking is just so good. And
what about Overeem? What's his strengths?
Overeem's strengths are striking as well.
Well,
I believe
so. These are two
guy.
powerhouses going on.
They're not gonna go to the ground. They're gonna fucking try and knock each other out. And so,
do you think this one goes to dentist?
No, absolutely not. No, this is gonna be another. I mean, these heavyweights don't go to distance very often because they, all the power they got going on in their hands. So, I'm gonna go with Stipe. I agree with Jared.
He's gonna retain the title.
He's gonna keep the title. But fuck all this. Let's go to.
Obviously the reason why we're here is
all this doesn't even matter.
The reason why people are buying this fight or buying this card is for CM Punk, whether you want to admit it or not. And this is where I come in, you know, because Punk is a WWE.
I mean, because I really don't know anything about CM Punk as far as his background in WWE.
You know, I divulged a little bit. You want to do this shot?
Yeah.
Cheers,
This is
guys.
a double, so.
This, I don't know. You're gonna fucking kill me with this shit. We got a chaser. I fucking hate Jack Daniels, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's awful.
It's great. What are you talking about? Where's my chair?
That's awful.
I'm not drinking that shit. I'm good.
Awful. That's awful. Anyway, Punk. Let's start from the beginning. Obviously, you watch the evolution of Punk.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on what you've seen with the evolution of Punk on Fox Sports? I will tell you this, and I think we are in agreement here because you called me and said the same thing that I was thinking. You kind of read my mind. I think there's an underlying story there with one of two scenarios. Number one, they're hiding the fact that Punk is actually fucking a beast. And this guy knows what he's doing. And he's prepared, and he knows how to fight. Or they're trying to sell this match on the fact that he doesn't know how to fight, and they want you to buy this fight to see him get his ass kicked.
That's what I think. I mean, straight up. I mean, it just seems like, to me, the show's purpose was to paint a picture of CM Punk as somebody that doesn't stand a chance, as somebody who's just has never fought a day in their life. You know, they just. And doesn't he have some jiu-jitsu in his background?
I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was.
Because I feel like I've heard that too.
I don't know if it was Jim Ross or Jerry Lawler or one of those guys when he was in WWE. But I know they documented that he has a background in something. Jiu-jitsu. Is it jiu-jitsu?
It absolutely is. That's what it's recorded as.
So I mean, obviously the guy knows what the fuck he's doing. He knows how to punch. He knows how to kick. Pretty sure he knows how to fucking take down a guy, you know. But they played it off and they documented.
Well, I gotta say this, man. I feel like
that they didn't know what he was doing.
I feel like UFC lately has been kind of taking some notes from the WWE. I feel like as far as building a story,
I agree.
You know, I don't necessarily think the fights are rigged or anything like that, but I feel like leading up to the fight, the story behind each character is contrived and it wants to portray a certain thing. So. And I feel like what they're doing with CM Punk, well, I was telling you this before about Brock Lesnar fighting in UFC 200, because in my opinion, he should have been pulled from that card. I feel like they knew that he failed that drug test from day one, but it almost seems like coincidental that they're taking Brock Lesnar, steroid juicing dude, out of the UFC, and they're putting in CM Punk, this drug-free, positive dude. I mean, it's a better what can you say for the WWE? It's a better role model, or it's a better representation of the company.
Yeah, but Punk is actually not with the WWE or not affiliated with them. He's actually being sued by the WWE right now.
Okay, well I understand that. I'm just saying.
But Lesnar,
people know him. He's affiliated with it.
But the thing with Lesnar is, I didn't think he was actually going to come into UFC and legitimately fail a drug test because for various reasons. I didn't think he was going to get his reputation tarnished. I didn't think he was that stupid.
Yeah.
And it was a huge, massive payday. The guy was on par to make about $8 million for the night, just based off gross and bonus pay-per-view buys and all that shit. And with his suspension, he's probably going to get 70% of that cut. I didn't think they were.
Did he take a pay cut from that?
I don't think he got fucked over with that. If he
from the UFC.
From the failed drug test, yeah, he got fucked.
Really?
Over. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt was proclaiming that he wants half of his purse. I don't blame him, but even though Lesnar failed, to me, when Lesnar failed, that had absolutely nothing to do with his performance against Mark Hunt. I think Mark Hunt was going to lose regardless. Yeah. The way the match happened, but with Punk, I honestly think that a lot of people are wanting him to lose for the wrong reasons.
There's a lot of hate on him, but I feel like
but
closer this fight gets, people are kind of flipping their opinion around because of the show. The show kind of makes you feel like you feel for him.
Yeah, you appreciate the fact and respect the fact that he's doing this at his age, and his body has been battered wrestling in WWE. Wrestling is not an easy thing to do, especially the length that he's doing it. He's put his body on the line. And people want him to lose and hate him and have this ill will towards him for no reason because, oh, he betrayed WWE, he left WWE, he left us fans. For what? Because he wants to do something that he's passionate about. And you want to see him get his teeth knocked down his throat? I mean, it's ridiculous. Let the guy go in there and be successful. If he wins or loses, at least respect and appreciate the fact that he's going in there. Most of the people talking shit don't even have the fucking balls to do that and get in the octagon like he's doing. You know?
Well, the thing is, too, I feel like people write off the fact that he was in the WWE. He was a champ. And that's where it stems from, too, yeah.
You know,
even if it's a choreographed type of thing, I mean, you have to be an athlete to a high level to even do anything like that. So, for that to translate into fighting, I think it translates awesome, very well, you know.
Yeah, the UFC fans are very blinded by their perception of WWE. They get in there and they risk their bodies and their lives. It's the only thing that the UFC people and the UFC fans don't like is the fact that it's predetermined. But when they think it's predetermined, they mean, you know, or they feel it's a fake sport overall. It's not.
Yeah.
Punk has been hurt, and it's been documented on the evolution of Punk. He's got shoulder injuries and back injuries. He was beat up, and he's finally good now. And going into this, I honestly think he's going to open up a lot of eyes. He's going to raise a lot of eyebrows going into this.
That's what I think, man.
Especially with the confidence that he showed at the weigh-ins today. You know, he looked great. He looks in the best physical shape of his entire life. Yeah, and I've watched him for a long time, from Ring of Honor to WWE to his peak in WWE when he was WWE champion, 434 days as champion. The guy looks in the best shape of his fucking life, and he was excited. He was confident. Mickey Gall went to go shake his hand. He didn't even look at Mickey Gall. He didn't even want to shake his hand. He just seeping confidence, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you this. I'm not going to lie, during that weigh-in, I got chills, dude, when he did that. I was like, holy shit. You could feel it, man. You could feel it. Just looking at him and the way the confidence that's inside of him, dude. The way.
Well, that's the way he's always been. He's always been that way.
I mean, that shit, it's potent, man. And I know that affected Mickey Gall. And
I would
let's be honest, Mickey Gall, he didn't really fight anybody either. The last guy he fought was I think he was a commentator. Dude had no fights at all. They just threw him in as like fucking bait.
Fucking commentator.
You know, like he was an analyst, a UFC analyst. So like I said, they're trying, you know, like I was saying before, they're trying to paint a certain picture, and they.
Now I didn't watch the Evolution of Punk last episode. A lot of people telling me on my channel that Mickey Gall has been documented in the final episode, and they went in depth about his training.
Yeah.
You know, how do you think he's going to fare, being that he's only had 2 legit UFC fights? He's had several amateur fights. Most of his wins by submission. You think that's the way he's going to try and approach this, and he's going to try and submit CM Punk?
Absolutely, and that's what I think. That's what I'm worried about as far as if CM Punk loses, he's going to get submitted, because I feel like Punk's going to go in there and he's going to start throwing. He's going to start throwing hands, and what Gall likes to do, your typical you exchange and then you shoot and do for the takedown. Now this is what comes in though, is his actual jiu-jitsu. That is kind of a mystery, right? If he gets on the ground, is he or is he not a threat on his back? You don't know. And I think he is a threat, and I think I actually feel like CM Punk might win by submission.
If CM Punk was to go into this fight, that's what you think he's going to win? He's going to try and submit him instead of knocking him out?
I don't know if that's his goal. But I just feel like the way the fight's
just his mentality and the way he is, and the way he perceives things. I think that's what he's going to go for too as well.
I just think the way the fight plays out, it's going to go to the ground.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what Mickey Gall is going to want to do. He thinks he could get him on the ground and pound him. But what I'm saying is that if his jiu-jitsu is at a spot where I think it is, I think Mickey Gall doesn't know what he has coming to him. So
it's gonna be an exciting fight. The reason I like this fight is because it's unpredictable. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Punk has never been seen in UFC before, so I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by what Punk does. A lot of people are writing him off. You don't write off CM Punk just by what he has shown in his past. It's stupid. Don't doubt the guy. He's hardworking. He loves this. This is what he wanted to do. He left WWE for this. You gotta show him some respect, and I think he's going to open up a lot of eyes on Saturday night. So, I think he's going to lose. I think he's going to lose, but he's going to look good in defeat. and that's not a bad thing. Brock Lesnar lost his first UFC fight, and look at him now. He's a beast, you know. So that's just
I mean, win or lose, he it seems like his goal is to. He's not just doing this as some fling, you know.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's in it for
at
least a few more matches.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, this is where he's gonna live. You know, this is where he's gonna stay.
Which is exciting, man. I love to see the crossover of the two companies. I really love to see that. And I feel like a lot of guys in WWE, I'm sure a lot of them considered maybe doing a UFC because they want to prove themselves to a lot of the fans out there. You know? That they are as tough as they say they are, and I agree with that.
Yeah, which they are. Definitely, my opinion. But I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. You know, it's going to be a great card. I'm very much looking forward to it. If you guys enjoyed what you heard here, obviously Sean's got his own channel. I'll leave you guys a link in the description. Go and subscribe to him. This will be up on our channel simultaneously at the same time on Saturday afternoon. This will be an Off The Script extra on my channel, and obviously you guys can go over here and subscribe to Sean's channel as well. Dragon Ball Z, beer reviews, you know, if you guys want to see his journey to, you know, shedding some pounds and weight loss, he's got a whole documentary about, you know, juicing and all that stuff and what he went through for the last 2 months doing that. So it's good stuff. But other than that, man, we're going to enjoy some drinks. We're going to relax, and we're going to get ready for CM Punk on Saturday night.
Cheers to CM Punk.
Yeah, cheers to CM Punk, man. Until then, guys, I'm JD. This is Sean. And Off The Script Extra is in the books, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up. I'll see you guys for, hopefully, maybe we'll do a UFC review. We don't know yet. You know, it depends on how we feel. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching.
A UFC hungover review. Look forward to that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Later.